Car actually.
Nobody drove through the roundabout?
Yeah.
No, but
Did they last night?
yeah, what, we don't want. That's not 80, that's not, go straight through it. Look out a light straight through it. Not, have to go around. Straight through it. You got one corner.
They were down there.
All the way around? Where?
She did
They're
not.
going, they threw it, and they went off to the right side, about my height, and some point like, so all the balls are twisted. The water, yes. I want to wait for.
Yeah, we got fun figures. Good evening, everybody. The North Ridgeville City Council meeting is now in session. Today is Monday, August 15th, 2022. Please rise for the invitation and pledge of allegiance. Father, as summer vacations come to an end, particularly this week, as many students and teachers get back to the classroom, we ask you for a safe and healthy school year. We pray for patience and safe travels throughout the city as we adjust to the additional school-related traffic on the roads and settle into new daily routines. And as always, we thank you for the wonderful community in which we live, and for the opportunity to represent it as our city council. Pray these things in your name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk, please call the roll.
Here.
Bruce, here. Havens,
Here.
Winkle,
Here.
Haley,
Here.
DeVries, here. Jacobs,
Here.
Mayor,
Here.
Service Director,
Here.
Law Director,
Here.
Engineer,
Here.
Auditor,
Here.
Corporate Counsel, here.
Today before us, we have the city council meeting minutes dated August 1st, 2022. Are there any changes or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, those minutes are approved as submitted. We also have the public hearing meeting minutes also dated August 1st, 2022. Are there any changes to those minutes? Hearing none, those minutes are also approved as submitted. Please note, council has been provided with the Records Commission meeting minutes dated June 28th, 2022. The Safety Committee meeting minutes dated July 11th, 2022, and the Tax Statement Review Board meeting minutes dated August 1st, 2022. And that brings us to our lobby session. At this time, we will allow an opportunity for the audience to address City Council or the City Administration regarding any business related to the general affairs of the city. Anybody wishing to speak will be allowed up to 3 minutes to speak at the podium. And we ask that you begin by stating your name and address for the record. So at this time, the lobby session is now open. Is there anybody who wishes to address council or the administration this evening? I'll jump at once. All right, so at this time, the lobby session is closed and we will move on to administrative report. Mr. Mayor.
Mr. President, before I start my report, there's some swearing in today. You didn't notice. There's a little bit of a crowd here. And so gonna ask Chris to come up first. Okay. So this is always a great time to swear new employees in on the city, on behalf of the city of North Ridgeville. Today we have Christopher M. Erlenbach being sworn in as a firefighter paramedic class C. So Chris, if you can raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Christopher M. Erlenbach,
I, Christopher M. Erlenbach,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the City Charter,
the City Charter,
and all the laws of the City of North Ridgeville, Ohio.
and all the laws of the City of North Ridgeville, Ohio,
And I will faithfully,
and I will faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office of firefighter paramedic class C,
of the office of firefighter paramedic class C,
Division of Fire,
Division of Fire,
City of North Ridgeville,
City of North Ridgeville,
Lorraine County, Ohio,
Lorraine County, Ohio,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
as I shall answer unto God.
as I shall answer unto God.
All right. Perfect. Good, thank you. All right, Kimberly and Torres. I, Kimberly N. Torres,
I, Kimberly N. Flores,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the City Charter,
the City Charter,
and all the laws of the City of North Ridgeville, Ohio,
and all the laws of the City of North Ridgeville, Ohio,
and will faithfully,
and will faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office of firefighter paramedic class C,
of the office of firefighter paramedic class C,
Division of Fire,
Division of Fire,
City of North Ridgeville,
City of North Ridgeville,
Lorraine County, Ohio,
Lorraine County, Ohio,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
as I shall answer unto God.
as I shall answer unto God.
Yeah, so Sean's gonna pin her. Anyways. Yeah. Like buying a house. I know this is a difficult hiring process for chief, and I'm glad it worked out so well. Congratulations and welcome aboard. Thank you. All right, Mr. President, on tonight's agenda, under first readings, I'll be asking for the emergency clause on T-127, 2022, which is an ordinance amending 5964-2022, increasing the not to exceed amount from 100,000 to 115,000 for the traffic paint striping project. And I'll be asking to disperse of the second and third readings, add the emergency clause, so that way we could award the contract within the 60-day limit of bid opening. Also on the first readings is T-128, and that's to enter into a contract with the property owners to purchase vacant land in the proposed roundabout area at Mills, Stony, and Avalon. Be asking for the emergency on that. There's two second readings, 121 and 122. Which are, one is dealing with the improvements to council chambers, and the other one is to raise the fines for failing to stop for a school bus. That's really glad to do. And under third readings, we have T-115, which is also related to the roundabout project at Stony Ridge, Mills, and Avalon. That's allowing us to advertise for bids and enter into a contract for that project, which, as you know, we've been discussing for the last couple of years, and we discussed at appropriations time. The service department finished up Harris Drive last week and they're starting Gale Drive this week. As always, the list of streets is available on our city's website at nridgeville.org. While we have new firefighters this evening, the police department is seeking new patrol officers, Class C. Civil Service Commission announced an open competitive exam scheduled with those applications accepted August 18th through September 9th. And more information is available on our city website. We have another coffee and conversation scheduled for Wednesday, August 24th, 8:30 to 9:30 here in council chambers. And Corn Festival was a rousing success. Always a good time. There were a few medical incidents at the festival, but for the most part, everything went pretty smoothly. Good time had by all. That concludes my report. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Civil Service Director.
Just to add to the Corn Festival weekend, what great weather that we had, probably the best that I've seen in going. It wasn't a rainstorm. It was cool. It was all the volunteers that were there that helped the Corn Festival Committee put it on. Takes a lot of effort to get that done, pick up the garbage and do all the different things and get all the booths set up. There's a lot of individuals in North Ridgeville that are behind the scenes for the Corn Festival Committee, and it's old and young. I know that the Bukowskis are trying to turn it over as time goes on to the younger folk, and I'm hopeful that that Corn Festival will continue to grow and prosper, and that the next generation will take it over, because there's a heck of a lot of work to go behind it. That completes my report. Thanks to you, all of you volunteers that are out there that help with the Corn Festival.
Thank you, Mr. Engineer.
Thank you, Council President. Just a couple of things tonight. On Thursday of this week, there will be some corrective pavement work doing on the Mills Road Bridge, just east of State Route 83. That's to be taking place probably around 8 a.m. to about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Traffic will be maintained through that process. All of our Lorraine Road water main tie-ins have been completed, so that project is now done from the standpoint of water main tie-ins. The only work left there will be restoration of the yards and any drive accesses to any of the businesses on the south side of the road. That should take place over the next couple of weeks, and that project should be pretty much done. Center Ridge Road sewer project, the final surface layer of pavement is scheduled to go out tomorrow. But it does look like we have some rain coming in, so depending upon that weather, hopefully we can get that in. If not, it will take place on the next available day that the contractor has. So that concludes my report for this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Engineer. Ms. Auditor.
Thank you, Council President. I just wanted to mention that the July 2022 financial report was distributed to the council today and also posted on the city's website for public review. And that concludes my report.
Good, thank you. Please note we have also received the July 2022 Police Department report, July 2022 Building Department report, the July 2022 Fire Department report, as well as the July 2022 Water Plant Distribution and EPA report. There are no council committee reports this evening, but we do have correspondence. Clerk, will you please read the correspondence from the Department of Commerce.
Notice to legislative authorities from the Department of Commerce, Division of Liquor Control, to give the legislative authorities a chance to object to any renewal of liquor permit by September 2nd, 2022. If determined that there are no permit premises within the city of North Ridgeville jurisdiction that the city of North Ridgeville wishes to object to, there is no need for any action. The renewal applications for those premises would be submitted by the permit holders and would be processed by the division and issued as appropriate.
Under new business this evening, there were 3 applicants that appeared before the Planning Commission at the Tuesday, August 9th, 2022 regular meeting. Clerk, please read the first applicant.
Scooters Coffee, the vacant lot on Center Ridge next to Blue Falls Car Wash, North Ridgeville, Ohio, 44039, PPN 07-000-016-101-026. Applicant Ryan Mann, Shops on Center Ridge LLC, 5050 Detroit Road, 44035. Proposal consists of a retail drive to the coffee establishment
and would include the preparation of remaining property for future development. Property is zoned DB3. Planning Commission action was approved by a vote of 5-0. The conditions were a split face block for the dumpster and to exclude the sign package from the improvement.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Evans.
move to approve. Second.
The motion was made by Avens and seconded by DeVries to approve the planning commission action regarding student coffee. We will have an extension, so clerk, please read please call the roll.
Yeah, Mr. President, I just want to make a note that since I'm an adjacent property owner, that I will be abstaining to avoid any potential conflict of interest. Thank you.
Thank you.
Swink,
Yes.
Booth,
Abstain.
Avens,
Yes.
Winkle,
Yes.
Haywood,
Yes.
DeVries,
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
Motion carries by a vote of 6-0 and 1 abstention. That's interesting.
Okay, clerk, please read the second applicant.
James Kalick, State Farm, 36525 Center Ridge Road, North Ridgeville, Ohio. 44145. Okay. PPN 070002810310. Applicant Anthony Cerny, Architectural Design Studios Incorporated, 620 East Smith Road, Suite E2, Medina, Ohio, 44256. Proposal consists of additional parking. Property is zoned B5-R1. Planning Commission action approved by a vote of 4-0 with 1 abstention. Smolik. Conditions: parking lot with 9 spaces and 5 land bank spots. Maintain driveway in current location. Replace the tree that would be cut down. Waive the requirement to install a post type street light and run utilities underground. Sidewalk extension across property.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Evans.
move to approve. Second.
Motion was made by Avens and seconded by DeVries to approve the planning commission action regarding State Farm. Are there any comments or questions? All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, say no. Third app.
Route development, east side of Route Road, just south of Lorraine Road, North Dakota, Ohio, 44039. PPMs are 07-00-011-103-077, 07-00-014-106-009, and 07-00-011-103-227. Applicant Ryan Schulteis, 36097 Westminster Avenue, North Ridgeville, Ohio, 44039. Proposal consists of final plat for Harvest Point Phase 3. Property is zone R1. Planning Commission action was approved by a vote of 5-0. Condition: landscaping shall match the previous 2 phases.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Evans.
this is the final phase for this particular development and opposed to for approval. Second.
Motion was made by Avens and seconded by DeVries to approve the planning commission action regarding route development. Any comments or questions? All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, say no.
No.
Please call the roll.
Swank,
No.
Booth,
Yes.
Avens,
Yes.
Winkle,
Yes.
Haywood,
Yes.
DeVries,
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-1.
Okay, that brings us to the recess portion of our meeting tonight.
Mr. President,
Yes.
take a motion to rescind the recess.
Second. Motion was made by Booth and seconded by Winkle to dispense with recess. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, say no. All right, we pass recess on to first readings, and up first we have T123.
T123-2022, a resolution revising community reinvestment area requirements by amending resolution number 768-4.
T124.
T124-2022, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to advertise for bids and enter into a contract according to law and in a manner prescribed by law with the lowest and best bidder for the Eastview Avenue sanitary sewer extension and other appurtenances in the amount not to exceed $400,000.
T-125.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to advertise for bids and enter into a contract according to law and in a manner prescribed by law with the lowest and best bidder for the roadway extension of Cypress Avenue to an intersecting point with the Rain Road, the amount not to exceed $1.4 million.
T-126.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to advertise for bids and enter into a contract according to law and in a manner prescribed by law with the lowest and best bidder for the replacement of water mains and other appurtenances on the Stony Ridge Road in the city of North Ridgeville in the amount not to exceed $400,000.
T-127.
T-127 2022, an ordinance amending ordinance 5964 which authorized the mayor to advertise for bids and enter into a contract according to law and in a manner prescribed by law with the lowest and best bidder for the 2022 traffic paint, striping, and other appurtenances by increasing the not to exceed amount from $100,000 to $115,000.
Mr. President, move to dispense with the second and third readings.
Second.
It was moved by the Barrett, seconded by Abe Bruce. To dispense with the second and third readings for T-127. For any comments or questions at this time?
Mr. President, to the chair, have we received the bid? We're just waiting to accept it.
Yes, through the chair, we did receive a bid. We bid this out a couple of weeks ago. We did receive a bid back at 109,500, which is within the allowable amount that we can award the project, but we only had budgeted 100,000. So we are back at the table for that, and then a little bit extra just in case we want to get a couple of other things done. So that's why there's an increase of 15,000.
Thank you.
So again, it was moved by the mayor and seconded by Bruce to dispense with the second and third readings for T-127. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, say no.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion to adopt.
Second.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion to add the emergency so that we can make sure that the bid gets accepted at the current price. And then we can move this project forward before the end of the year.
Second.
It was moved by Bruce and seconded by Winkle to add the emergency clause to T-127 for the reasons just stated by Mr. Bruce. On that emergency clause alone, all in favor, say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, say no. It was then moved by Bruce and seconded by Winkle to adopt T-127 with the emergency clause in place. This time, are there any comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Swink.
Yes.
Booth.
Yes.
Stevens. Yes. Winkle.
Yes.
Haywood.
Yes.
DeVries.
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously and becomes ordinance number 5985-2022.
T-128.
T-128-2022, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Brian Charles Rollet and Rihanna Angelique Rollet for the purchase of vacant land in the amount of $15,000 plus any additional costs such as customary closing costs.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Monk.
move to dispense with the second and third readings.
Second.
It was moved by the mayor and seconded by Avens to dispense with the second and third readings for T-128. Are there any comments or questions?
Mr. President.
Yes, Mr.
Yeah,
Bruce.
just have a question to the chair. The ordinance indicates 0.142 acres. And by the county auditor's website, it indicates both parcels total 1.65. Are we not acquiring the full parcels?
Through the chair, no, we are just acquiring little nits of a couple of corners from those two parcels. And that's why this amount is this amount. So yes, we're only acquiring 0.14 acres out of the parcels.
And then, Mr. President, will there then have to be a lot split so that new parcel numbers are done, or?
There will not be a lot split per se. There are documents that are signed and new deeds recorded for the right of way that is given to the city through this purchase, and then the remaining parcel that is left with the original owner.
Thank you very much.
All that will be recorded.
Are there any other comments or questions? Again, it was moved by the mayor and seconded by Avens to dispense with the second and third readings for T 128. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, say no.
Mr. President, move to adopt.
Second.
Mr. President, move to add the emergency clause, so we may move the roundabout project over there. Forward, please.
Second.
It was moved by the mayor and seconded by Avens to add the emergency clause to T 128 for the reasons stated by the mayor. On the emergency clause alone, all in favor, say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, say no. It was moved by the mayor and seconded by Avens to adopt T 128 with the emergency clause in place. Are there any final comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Swank,
Yes.
Booth. Yes. Avens.
Yes.
Winkle,
Yes.
Haywick,
Yes.
DeVries,
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously and becomes ordinance number 5986-2022.
T 129.
T 129-2022, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to advertise for bids and enter into a contract according to law and in a manner prescribed by law with the lowest and best bidder for the extension of a water main and other appurtenances on Mills Road in the city of North Ridgeville in the amount not to exceed $400,000.
Okay, on to second readings. First, we have T 121.
T 121-2022, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to advertise for bids and enter into a contract according to law in a manner prescribed by law with the lowest and best bidder for the permanent improvements of council chambers not to exceed $100,000.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
move to dispense with the third reading.
Second.
Was moved by the mayor and seconded by Swank to dispense with a third reading for T 121. Any comments or questions?
Mr. President, through the chair, are we looking to dispense with the third reading in the emergency because of cost increase concerns?
Yes, Mr. Winkle, we have both the availability of a contractor that we've discussed before, not necessarily the one who's going to win the bid, but as far as timing of this project, trying to wrap it up before the end of the year. We have discussed this several times in the past, and with prices being the way they are, we're looking to lock those in at this point.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any additional comments or questions?
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Hayes.
just a quick question or add-on. I did look at the plans and that they look very good. The only issue that you might want to reconsider is putting outlets for both the iPads and electrical outlets at each individual station rather than just at the end of the conference. It's called Plan for the Future.
Take note of that.
Mr. Hayes. Any additional comments or questions? So again, it was moved by the mayor and seconded by Swink to dispense with the third reading for T 121. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, say no.
Mr. President, motion to adopt.
Second.
President, to add the emergency clause, the reason stated by the mayor.
Second.
Okay, it was moved by DeVries and seconded by Winkle to add the emergency clause to T 121 for the reasons stated earlier by the mayor. On the emergency clause alone, all in favor, say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, say no. It was then moved by DeVries and seconded by Winkle to adopt T 121 with the emergency clause in place. Are there any final comments or questions? Hearing
Mr.
none,
President,
Mr. Hayes.
the new edition will save our suits and shirts.
I agree with you there. More nails popping out. Clerk, please call the roll.
Swink,
Yes.
Booth.
Yes.
Avens,
Yes.
Winkle,
Yes.
Haywick,
Yes.
DeVries,
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously and becomes ordinance number 5987-2022.
T 122.
T 122-2022, an ordinance amending the penalty section of NRCO, section 432.30 G1, stopping for school bus.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mrs. Swing.
Move to dispense with the third reading.
Second.
It's moved by Swank and seconded by Booth to dispense with the third reading for T 122. Any comments or questions? All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, say no.
Mr. President, move to adopt.
Second.
Mr. President, I also make a motion to add the emergency clause for the safety and welfare of our children who will be starting school this week. Having quite a few meetings, seeing the bus camera videos of people blatantly blowing the school bus. I think this legislation is necessary.
Second.
It was moved by Swank and seconded by Booth to add the emergency clause to T 122 for the reasons stated by Mrs. Swank. On the emergency clause alone, all in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. It was then moved by Swank, seconded by Booth to adopt T 122 with the emergency clause in place. This time, are there any final comments or questions?
Mr. President, I might just take a moment to commend Councilwoman Alex Swank as well as the mayor's administration. When we sat through those meetings, we saw they put 70 videos of cars passing school buses. It was definitely a moment, so we have to do something about this to get this attention. I hope that there's also a marketing campaign that goes along with this to make our community members aware of the problem. We're doing the same thing that a number of cities around the area have done as well, because it's a growing problem. So again, thank you for doing this, and we appreciate all you've done.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Ravens.
just like to add, I'm hoping that this ordinance makes school buses more visible.
Okay.
Right around.
All right, so clerk, you could please call the roll.
Swink,
Yes.
Booth,
Yes.
Havens,
Yes.
Winkle,
Yes.
Awig,
Yes.
DeVries,
Yes.
Jake.
Before I cast my vote, I just wanted to add and kind of echo the comments of Mr. DeVries here. It does remain clearly evident that these violations of bus passing continue to be a problem in our city. And they occur with regular frequency when school is in session. As the city council, we are committed to providing for the safety, health, and welfare of our entire community, and that certainly includes our children as well. I'd like to echo Mr. DeVries in thanking Councilwoman Swake for taking the lead and for your efforts in introducing this legislation. I'd like to extend thanks to the North Ridgeville City Schools, Transportation Department, and the administration as well for their input, as well as the input from the police chief and the mayor and other members of the administration. This ordinance helps to further affords our additional protection for our children because it does increase the penalties associated with drivers who illegally pass school buses. And I think it sends a message to our community that there is no tolerance for that type of behavior here. So the spirit of the law is to protect our children. And so again, John, well done. And with that, I'm happy to also add another yes vote to the count there.
The motion carries unanimously and becomes ordinance number 5988-2022.
On third readings, we have one this evening, 115.
T 115-2022, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to advertise for bids to enter into a contract according to law in a manner prescribed by law with the lowest and best bidder for the Stony Ridge Road, Mills Road, and Avalon Drive roundabout project and other appurtenances not to exceed $1,487,500.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Booth, or excuse me, Mr. Ravens.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Mr. President, move to add the emergency clause.
Second.
The reason being, we've been talking about this roundabout for a long time. It improves the safety of that intersection at Mills, Stony, and Avalon. And we'd like to get this bid out so we can get some work done during the winter time, finish the road project portion of it in the spring. Very good.
second.
It was moved by the mayor and seconded by DeVries, I believe, to add the emergency clause in T 115 for the reasons stated by the mayor. On that emergency clause alone, all in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. It was then moved by Avens and seconded by DeVries to adopt T 115. This time, are there any comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Swink,
Yes.
Booth,
Yes.
Havens,
Yes.
Winkle,
Yes.
Awig,
Yes.
DeVries,
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously and becomes ordinance number 5989-2022.
As for meeting announcements, the next regular council meeting will be held on Tuesday, September 6th, 2022. At 7 p.m. here in City Council chambers. We will be meeting on Tuesday for our meeting in September, our first meeting in September due to the Monday holiday. I would also like to just take a moment here to recognize and to congratulate our very own Dennis Bruce, as he was the recipient this weekend at the Corn Festival of the Golden Colonel Award. This award was started back in 1991 for residents who have been very involved in the community and made North Bridgeville a better place to live. And I think undoubtedly with your years of service on council and your involvement with the Lions Club and I'm sure many other clubs as well, it is very well deserved. So just wanted to congratulate you.
Thank you.
I'd also like to wish everybody a safe and happy upcoming Labor Day. Does anybody from the council or administration have any final comments or questions this evening? Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.